Good afternoon. Good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Can you do confirm you can hear me loud and clear? We can do that. You can drop a yes in the chat box if you can hear me. Okay, fantastic. I see Abiodun, yes. Pretty damn so, yes. Thank you for being here. Christiana, thank you. I can see everything in the chat box. Thank you for being here. Tonight, we have an interesting session, a very interesting session. And I think I can see a very familiar face in the chat box. I'm not going to mention the name yet. So thank you for being here. My name is Muideen Ade Akoni. If you are just joining or if you are joining a series like this, hosted by Analytics, if you are just joining a series like this for the very first time ever, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat. If you have joined multiple, I want you to drop a 2 in the chat. So we know those that are joining for the very first time and those that are joining again. Abdulmajid said 2, fantastic. My PC said 1, Ikena 1, Pretty Damsel 1, Christiana 1. Okay, I'm looking at we have about 15 people on the call. So I want to see about that chat box. I want to see populated. I want to see the JJCs that we have, the people that will be getting much informed details about what we are doing tonight. So if you're just joining, Abiola said I be JJC. Don't worry. The fact that you're here already tonight, you're not JJC anymore, because tonight we'll be talking about something very interesting. Samsung Samsung device said they are just joining for the very first time. Fantastic. Good to have each and every one of you here. Tonight, we'll be talking about something pretty interesting. And when I said pretty interesting, it's something that I really love. I'm passionate about always talking about it because this is a topic that it never goes away. Ever since the inception, it is always in the conversation. And the conversation is always around, is data analyst and business analyst jobs? Okay, Samsung, your name is Olatunde. I think I'll try to remember that. Samsung is Olatunde. Okay, I'll take note of that. Thank you. So the question is always, and the communication, the topic is always about data analyst and business analyst. There is AI everywhere. AI is going to take over the job of data analyst. Now, tonight in this session, what you'll be getting from this session, what the takeaway is going to be, what are the things that everybody's saying, oh, so there's AI everywhere, AI is doing this, AI is doing that. But what are the things that they are not really getting to talk about? What are the things that they are eating from every other person but you? The fact that you're here tonight, you'll be getting this insight into all these things. So while we dive into the conversation for tonight, welcome once again to Analytics Masterclass Tech Series. And when we're talking about Analytics, who exactly is Analytics? Now, Analytics is a leading tech company. We've been in existence for close to 5 years now. And during this time that we've been in existence, we're a company focused on providing specialized training in technology skills and delivering comprehensive data consulting services. Okay. And in this space also, like I said, we've been existing for close to 5 years now, helping to build talent globally in be able to have them transition into the tech space, where we'll be able to help over 3,000 students or participants that have zero background in tech. We've been able to help them transition into tech. And this is globally. We have people in the UK, US, Canada, Nigeria, Zambia, Mozambique, South Africa, and even in Asia. We've been able to help all these people transition into tech. And as just like I said, we are really committed in helping you transition into different sectors of the economy. We have the data analytics, business analysis, which are the two major ones we'll be talking about tonight. Then we also have data engineering, data science, financial analytics, HR analytics, agile project manager, cybersecurity, and our soon to come AI engineering. And everything that I just mentioned, we have fantastic team of instructors that have years of experience working around the top companies, companies like Amazon, Meta, Yahoo, Google, a whole lot of them that have been able to go through this at the top level of in tech and be able to bring this experience into your classroom to impart knowledge onto you. Now, before I go on to introduce myself, my colleague is going to, from time to time, they'll be dropping attendance form in the chat box. So every other person that mentioned that they are here for the very first time, that drop the one in the chat. Okay, that is Olatunde, Christiana, Ikena. You want to click on that form and make sure you complete the form. And every other person that is also just joining for the very first time, you want to click on that form to complete it. And these are the reason why. So this particular session is recorded. By the time we are done with the session, you'll be able to get the recorded video. This session, you'll be able to get it. And also the slide that I'm using, you'll be able to get it sent to your email. And if you have any further questions, it will be easier for you to communicate with us. So you want to try as much as possible to make sure you complete that form while you listen to what I am saying tonight. So then again, looking at who is speaking to you, my name is Muidin Adiakoni, and I have years of experience. I have over 6 years of experience in data, in analytics, and over these years, I've been able to work in different sector of the economy. I'm specialized in data analytics, data science, and business intelligence, helping business to streamline their business processes in a strategic means and strategic flow. And over these years, in my other downtime, I pretty enjoy mentoring people, and I've been able to help over 500 people, like general people, everyday people like yourself and myself, that have no technical background. I've been able to help them transition into tech and to help them land their first job. I have experience that cut across board. I work in the health tech company. I have worked in the finance space. I've also worked in the logistics. I work in the FMCG, and also I have experience in the health tech space. Okay. Now, when you're looking at what you'll be getting to learn tonight, or things that will be touching base tonight, what we're going to be doing tonight. So the first thing is going to talk about exactly those things that people don't get to tell you. It's they only get to tell you, oh, so some people are going to lose their jobs to AI, which I believe almost everybody at this world they've heard before. I'm going to touch base with that. And also, we're going to look at what are the things that you really need for AI not to touch you. What are those things that you need? Then we're also going to talk about the strategic way for you to get all those things in that space. Then we'll be looking at, for those that will be waiting to the end of the session, I promise you there's a discount. There's a particular package, special offer that we have readily waiting. So now I'm going to ask a very fantastic question, and I want everybody that is on this call to participate. Okay? So if you're on this call, I want you to drop the answer in the chat box. So go into the chat box and answer this question. I want a yes or no. And I'm going to be reading out all the answers. I want a yes or no. Now, my question is, will AI take over the job of a data analyst and a business analyst? Based on everything you've been hearing, all the hearsays, I want to hear, do you think AI will take over the job of a data analyst and a business analyst? I want to drop a yes. All right. Ikena said yes. Abiola said no. Yes. Today is a competition. I can see a lot of no. Daffy said yes, yes, yes. On the long run, yes. I'm seeing a lot of yes. So tonight is going to be a debate. Fantastic. We have a lot of no's and we also have a lot of yes. I want to see a lot of more answers in the chat box. Is AI going to take over the job of a data analyst and a business analyst? Somebody said on the long run, it's a yes. Daffy said yes, yes, yes. Olatunde just said yes. Fantastic. Fantastic. So that's interesting to know. AI is after our jobs. Interesting. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this particular video and I want you to watch it. So before I do that, let me share one sharing option. Stop sharing. Then I'll share this so everybody will be able to see what I'm about to play. Now, what I'm going to play is from a very fantastic individual that is actually in this space. Okay. Now, this is before I play the video, does anybody in the chat, do you know who this is? If you know who this is, who knows who this is? This person that is on my screen. Does anybody know who this is? Oh wow, Kingsley. Fantastic. Fantastic. Kolade, fantastic. I love the energy I'm getting from today's session. It's going to be very interesting. And for the fact that we are very, very, very like, I love the energy. Also, if you have questions, before I go on, if you have questions, please note it down. It's get to a point where I'll ask you to drop your questions in the chat box so that I'll be able to take them. If you drop it now, I might miss it. So don't drop it here, but note it down. Fantastic. So this is the CEO of NVIDIA. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video of what he said about me and you, losing our job to AI. Okay? Can we hear what he's saying? So I'll know if, can we hear what he's saying? No, 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 no. Okay. Let me see. Can we hear now? No. Okay. Okay. All right. So I wanted to confirm if share my audio. Where is that? Can we hear now?
Oh no, we can't yet. We can't. I think you need to enable your sound.
Wait, guide me, please. Ubong.
Yeah. So when sharing your screen, the entire screen, you just look at the down beneath. You see, that's play sound or enable sound. Then you check it.
Please, you have to stop sharing.
You just share entire screen. Is this entire screen?
Yes, this is my entire screen.
Then you can stop sharing and try sharing again the entire screen. Then before you share, look beneath. You see play
Okay,
sound
I'll
or
see
enable
share
sound.
sound.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
Actively and
Can you hear that?
aggressively.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So let me play this again. All right. So
If you're not engaging AI actively and aggressively, you're doing it wrong. You're not going to lose your job to AI. You're going to lose your job to somebody who uses AI. Your company is not going to go out of business because of AI. Your company is going to go out of business because another company used AI. There's no question about that. And so you have to engage AI as quickly as possible.
did we hear what he just said? Can we listen to what he just said? What
Only
he said
four
is,
companies in the world are worth more than $2 trillion.
Great.
Microsoft, Apple, Alphabet, parent company of
Okay. So can we all listen to what he just said? When we are talking about AI itself cannot get these things done. You are only going to leverage it in everything you get to do. And I'm going to even talk more about this when we move on. Okay, for you to have a better understanding of what exactly are we talking about when we say AI is taking over a job. What exactly do we mean? Right? And also, when we are talking about, oh, AI is taking over job, AI is taking over job, is that how it is in the real world settings, in these companies that are looking to hire? Is that what it is? Are they still looking to hire for professionals to do their normal day-to-day activities, like for the job of the data analyst and the business analyst? Is that still what is going on? And what we did in this regard to answer these questions, answer some of these questions, is we went ahead to look at all the major job boards globally. And what we're looking at for is, what are the roles that company are actively looking to hire for. What are the jobs that you can see that are populating all the major job boards globally? So we collected this data and we analyzed it. We analyzed it based on three major criteria, which is ease of learning. What kind of program, what kind of career path, what kind of transitioning can people do that is going to be easy for them to learn? People that have been away from the classroom setup, are they able to learn and understand what they are learning? That's the first criteria. The second criteria is ease of transitioning. What about people that don't have any tech background at all? That probably maybe the maximum thing they know how to do is use a laptop to check their emails. What about people like this? Then definitely, which is going to be one of the reasons why many people on this on the call, including myself, transitioning to tech is which of these roles is going to guarantee that salary, that high rewarding salary. This is what our analysis did. And after the analysis, we're able to arrive at 8 different programs that you can transition into that will match all these things that we've talked about. But today we're talking about just 2, data analyst and business analyst. Now, what we further did was, so we've been able to identify, so these roles, companies are really looking to hire for them. But what is that guarantee that AI will not just come out of anywhere and take over these jobs? Then what we did was we went ahead to do an external validation. And the external validation is from the World Economic Forum. Now, from the World Economic Forum, this is the Future of Job Report. The Future of Job Report is telling us that for the next 5 years, a total of 170 million jobs will be created. New jobs will be created. And why 170 million jobs will be created, a whooping sum of 92 million jobs will disappear. Now, that is scary if you ask me. That is very scary. Because how would you just wake up one day and say, oh, my job is not relevant anymore? Or how will I know my job is not even relevant? How will I know my job is part of those that will be disappearing in 5 years? How will I know? And that is the analysis that we did. So we went ahead to still furthermore do the analysis with the World Economic Forum. And if you could see the report was very detailed. And let me zoom this in so that people on the call will see it a bit clearer. Can people on the call see it? Can you guys see it clearly now? I want you to see the jobs on the left and the career path on the right. Can you see that clearly? I want to see the charts. All right, Claudia, thank you. Kina, thank you. All right, so when you are looking at what you're looking at on your screen, these are the analysis and report from the World Economic Forum telling you the jobs that will increase in demand and the ones that will decline in demand between now and 2030. And when you're looking at, if you see career path on your right side, you have special education manager, relationship manager, financial and investment advisor, compliance officer. These are career paths that are gradually declining, and that is because of the way the world is tilting. So when you are saying AI is taking over a job, these are some of the jobs that you are looking at. And when you're looking at, so AI is taking over business analysis, data analysis, and it will tell you with confidence that you see the career path that you can see on your left side of the screen. These are career paths that are steadily growing in demand. And the trajectory between now and 2030 is super high. And if you see on the analysis, you see data analysts and data scientists. Okay, in them, you also have some other career paths that are also growing, but we are not talking about those tonight. We are talking about just data analyst and business analyst. Also on this list, you will see process automation specialist. This is a skill for a business analyst. So you'll be able to understand, and furthermore, I'll break down all these job roles, job titles, so you have a better understanding of what they get to do. So this will open you up and show you that the jobs of a data analyst and a business analyst is not actually going anywhere because of how much of in demand their career path is. This is also another slide where you have legal officer claims. Funny enough, If you also see over here, you see graphic designer. That is shocking. If you see over here, you see accountants and auditors. And that is because the career path that is taking over the job of a normal traditional accountant and auditors is that of a financial analyst. So if you're an accountant, you want to find a way to switch board and become a financial analyst. But we are not talking about that tonight. Like I said, we're talking about just data analyst and business analyst. Also, as a data analyst, you could see the business intelligence analyst. And also as a business analyst, you see a management and organization analyst. And one major secret, which I'm going to show in the next slide, is as a business analyst, considering the program you'll be taking with analytics, you are able to apply to a job as a project manager, which is also in increase between now and 2030. You also have supply chain and logistics analyst, which is definitely under data analysis, right? Remember, for you to be able to get, so this you might not be able to see everything clearly. Make sure you complete the form so that by the time you are done with the session, you'll be able to get this slide sent to your email. Now, the question now is to get started, what you need to identify and to be able to help you choose the right career path. A lot of people have this confusion, this or that. Which one should I go for? Do I have that skill? Do I have that capacity? What do I need to excel in this path? And this is what we're talking about tonight, all right? Now, for a business analyst, who exactly is a business analyst and why is business analysis or a business analyst super relevant within an organization? And I'll tell you why. And this is because any business that you see that is existing, any business at all, they have their process. Every business that you see that exists have its own process. So whatever process that a business have, it is only the business analyst that is the process master that can get everything sorted for that business. No matter where you are, no matter if you're a self-owned company, if you're a medium-sized, very large firm, you need a business analyst to streamline your business process. And this is because as a business analyst, you're a professional that evaluates business processes, identify things that shouldn't be, and with your skill, you'll be able to optimize things and drive solution to that organization. For example, in the nutshell, we all have, probably maybe majority of us must have bought something online before. When you buy something online, it takes about, let's say, averagely a week to get hold of that thing we purchased. So a business analyst, that is the process. When the customer reach out and when the customer get the product, how long did it take? 7 days. Is that a normal industry standard? Yes or no? Is a yes? Okay. Is a no? What is it? Why is there a lag? Why is there a delay? Why is something that should take 24 hours? Why is it taking 7 days? The business analyst is the one that would deface everything, understand the processes, create a solution that would turn 7 days delivery time to a single day. All right. This is who a business analyst is. And you can see how critical that role is. Now, the next one is the data analyst. Is a data analyst. A data analyst is a professional that his own responsibility, his own ethic is solve problem, is a big time problem solver. And when I mean problem solver is every business, no matter the business again, doesn't matter if you started first quarter 2025, doesn't matter if you started 1999, doesn't matter whenever you started, you have data. You have data that you churn out every day. Customer reach out to you, customer buy, sometimes customer don't buy. You do make deliveries. Where are you selling your deliveries to? You offer your services. Where are your customers coming from? How are the customers getting value from your service? All these things are all data. And the only person that can help you make sense of everything you are doing in your business is always a data analyst. So what a data analyst will do is a data analyst will go to wherever you must have stored your information, get access to them, and analyze it. When they are analyzing to be able to identify trends. What exactly is going on in this space so that they'll be able to use that trend, understand it using their technical skills, and be able to generate a report, a report that will be able to provide insights to you, the business owner. Okay, and when you have that insight, you'll be able to take action based on those decisions. Charger, please. Now, when you're looking at a little bit details about data analyst. Now, sorry, about business analysts and what they get to do, in their business. Now, you can see, like I was saying earlier, a business analyst is that professional that they always bridge the business needs and bridge that gap of whatever they need within the organization between the business and the department. So let's say, for example, I'll give a very quick example of I'll give you a quick example of what exactly a business analyst gets to do within an organization. So let's say, for example, a business analyst gets into an organization like, for example, a retail organization that I said the other time. Can you confirm you can still see me? Okay, I think my video was on. Okay. Okay, fantastic. I think I can see myself now, just as I see my head. This in a bit more. Apologies about that. So I think okay, I think it's better now. I'll manage with this. Apologies about the break in transmission. So like I was saying, assuming the business analyst working for a retail organization, and in the retail organization now they have a delay in their timing for every sort of products that they get to deliver. And you get into the organization as a business analyst. Now, what you're looking to do is you want to try to make sure that the 7 days delivery is reduced to as short as possible, probably maybe 48 hours or even 24 hours. What do you do? How do you do it? You do some business technical things, which I'll still explain. You do them. And when you're doing this, as a business analyst, one major thing that is being used to qualify a business analyst is you are the process master. You lead any sort of process that is going on within the organization. And when you do this, you see yourself in a lot of meetings with board of directors, the owner of the companies, the IT department, and you are always that bridge. You always make that bridge to be that person within the technical team and the non-technical team in such a way that you're able to speak normal fluent non-technical terms, and you're also able to speak fluent technical terms, meaning whatever the technical teams are doing, it is your responsibility to explain everything to the non-technical people in such a way that they will understand and be able to make decisions based on everything you must have explained. So these are the things that you get to do, and it involves a lot of processes. You do a lot of requirement gathering, you do a lot of process designing solutions and process automation. Like I said, you facilitate communications between stakeholders and the technical teams. You ensure high solutions because whatever you're doing, it is to make sure that the goal is 100%. So these are the things you get to do as a business analyst. Now, back to the chart. I'll be in the chart now. Based on this little information I've given before I dive into everything you get to learn in critical path, which of these 2 career paths do you think you want to go for? A business analyst or a data analyst? Which of them are you looking to go for? I want to see in the chat. My chat box is on. I want to see comments in the chat. Are you looking at going for the business analyst or a data analyst? Okay, I'm waiting. I'm seeing data analyst, business analyst, data for the win. I've seen just a lot of data analysts there. I can't believe it. I was thinking we're going to have a lot of business analysts, data analysts, DA. What's going on that people did not tell me? I was thinking we have data analyst for the win or data analyst leading this table. Is super leading this table. Data analyst, DAD. Wow. Fantastic. It's unbelievable. I can't believe this. Wow, interesting. So we have a lot of Lovett said giving the responsibility. The challenge that the business analyst is going to face, you don't want to do that. You are going for the data analyst. Fantastic. Okay, and that is true. So as a business analyst, you are always at the forefront of everything going on. So you want to make sure that, oh, you understand the processes and you are there to help organization make that decision. So I think I think everybody now, they understand the process of what we're looking at and what we are talking about. Now, when it comes to we being able to identify the things that we actually need to become these professionals, what are the things that we actually need to become these professionals? What are the things we need? Now, these are the things I'll get to talk about. And the first thing is, let's talk about the business analyst. Now, the things you need, the things you actually do need to become a business analyst, you don't have need for any technical background. As a matter of fact, if you have never done anything in your laptop technical other than probably watch movies and probably maybe check your email, you are able to transition into business analysis or any of the career path. Or as a business analyst, you need one superpower. And your superpower is communication. So if you are this kind of person that you don't love to talk, when we have like 5, 10 people gathered, you be the mute person, like you don't want to talk. This is not you don't enjoy communication, then you don't want to really key into business analysis. And this is because as a business analyst, just like Lover said, the responsibility, you will do a lot of communications. But if you are somebody that have, for example, a teaching background or you have a customer support background, these are fantastic transferable skills that you can bring into business analysis. You don't have to bother about anything technical. That is why the program is here. We're going to be able to teach you how to exactly execute your duty as a business analyst. But if speaking is something you don't enjoy, you want to run away, because then it's going to be a challenge. And if you're looking at your key learning area, you'll be learning Excel, Power BI, and SQL. And the reason why you'll be learning this data skill is because we've been able to identify and find out that any organization or majority of the organizations looking to hire a business analyst, they need you to have knowledge around data analysis. And I'll tell you how that is applicable. So let's say this retail organization that I mentioned, you got a job as a business analyst. How exactly will you be able to identify the delivery time, the normal average time taken for delivery? You can't have access there because these details are stored in form of data in the database. So how do you get access to those information to be able to analyze and see exactly the average time taken for delivery? This is where you need analysis skills to be a little bit of data analyst. And you'll be learning SQL to be able to retrieve information from the database, because SQL is structured query language. So you'll be able to query the database to extract information. You will learn that. Then you will learn Excel and Power BI. These major tools are just for you to be able to analyze, clean your data, analyze your data to have a basic understanding of what is going on. You will learn it enough to be able to even make a report with your Power BI and Excel. Then you will also be learning what we call process mapping. Process mapping is when the time taken is 7 days. That's the process. What are the things that goes on within these 7 days? This is when you get to use tools like Draw.io and Lucidchart to map out your business process, to be able to identify the processes that is ongoing, see points that are manual, see points that you want to fling them away. You'll be able to see all those things. You also see points that it is automated. You need to automate it in such a way that you'll be able to take that 7 days and bring it to probably maybe 24 hours. Okay? This is some of your duty as a business analyst. Then you have project initiation planning and agile and scrum for projects. This is a borrowed skill from the agile project managers. And the value of this is this particular skill you'll be learning with under business analysis with the analytics is, as a business analyst, most of the time, you'll be required to make recommendations. Also, we have a little bit of lag here. We have a little bit of time taking to get some bookings done. We need to create a proprietary booking system or booking application. That is your recommendation to get things done. But who is going to execute that project? If you don't have skill on, if the organization does not have a project manager on ground, how exactly are you going to be able to execute that project? So with the business analysis program with analytics, you're going to learn project initiation planning, meaning you're able to plan that particular project. Maybe the mobile application, you're able to plan it from the very start till the very end. You are also able to manage the team that will be responsible to build that application. I'm talking about the software developer, the user interface developer, the whatever developer that's going to work on the app. You are able to manage them using tools like Jira and your Trello, even Confluence, to manage them and make sure that they deliver a solution that was proposed by you, the business analyst. All right. So these are the things you get to learn within the program. You also have SDLC, software development lifecycle. You have requirement gathering, requirement fundamentals. You also have elicitation, knowing how to ask the right questions and generating questions for probably maybe the HR department on this or the standard within the organization. Then you have stakeholder analysis and stakeholder engagement, like I mentioned earlier. You're always that bridge between technical and non-technical. Then you will also learn how to leverage AI to work efficiently as a business analyst. So this is where that thing crossed the path that AI cannot do all these things I mentioned, but you as a business analyst that leverage AI to get some process as done as fast as possible, and considering another business analyst that does not leverage, you'll be more resourceful, you get your process done faster, you get analysis done faster, and that person is still going to be probably at level 1. If it's a fast-paced company, that person, trust me, they are losing their job, and you will be getting that job. This is what Jensen was talking about. Companies cannot do AI, but individuals that leverage all this AI will be more resourceful, and you lose your job to them. Now, when you're looking at the data analyst, what does a data analyst need? I saw that in the chat box, we have about 70% of data analysts. So the fantastic thing or the good news of what you need, remember the business analyst, what they need is communication. That needs to be their super strength. But as a data analyst, what do you need? Like I said, like I just went to the chat box now. Is there a crossroad between the two? Abiodun, please note this question so that when it's time for me to ask question, you'll be able to actually say the question, then I'll get to answer you, okay? Just note it, okay? Now, back to data analysis. What is that super strength that you need to function as a data analyst? And it is so shocking that the only thing you need, which I believe everybody on this call we have, is having the ability to be a problem solver. Because if you listen when I was talking, like that is when I was talking about the slide of being a data analyst, this is what you get to do 100%. You solve business problems and you use their data, history data, to solve problems. And as a data analyst, when you do your analysis, you focus majorly on what we call the diagnostics and the descriptive analysis. And in simple English, when you are doing your analysis, you are trying to understand what happened and why did it happen. Oh, I'm going to use Abiodun because I called your name last. Oh, Abiodun, you are the data analyst within our company. And in the first half of the year, we can see that our revenue is way higher than what it used to be. What happened? You're going to ask you what happened. And the next thing you do is you go to the database, extract all the information you can get to start analyzing diagnostics analysis, what exactly happened. And when you've done that, you'll be able to now say, oh, descriptive analysis, diagnostics and descriptive analysis, like, oh, so what really happened was there's a specific product that we started selling this year, or there's a specific product that we normally don't run marketing campaign for, But from the first quarter of the year, we started running marketing campaign, and this product has been selling very well. Luckily for us, that product has about 150% profit margin, and we've been running marketing campaign to it. So that really directly affected our revenue. If any business owner is hearing this, the next thing that will be going on in their head is there's a product that is 150% in revenue, in profit margin, and we are running marketing campaign. Who are the people that are buying it? Where are they located? What is their gender? What is their age range? As a data analyst, you are able to analyze all those things, uncover it, and help the organization from that very moment make a fantastic, because if you are the business owner, what you do is after getting all the information, you want to focus on exactly that product, the people, the market that is buying it, and probably even expand to other region, focusing on the information that you have. This is how resourceful a data analyst is. And most people will think, oh, so if this particular organization have a data analyst, they are fine. Why do I see data analyst roles everywhere? And this is because a company size that have at least 50 people working for it, in that 50 people, they need at least 2 to 3 data analysts to function properly. Because when you're in the tech space, is generally a fast-paced company. So it's not like a company gets one data analyst and they're fine. No, that is because the company is growing and they are churning out a lot of data. There's customers data, there's product data, there's order data, there's delivery, there's logistics data. One person can do it, but it's going to take a long time. And what's it going to cost you to have a supernatural somebody telling you what to do in your next step? This is what a data analyst is there for. And when you're looking at the program itself, you have your classes on Saturday. I think I'm going to talk more about it. So you have your classes on Saturday. You have your live classes on Saturday, and you have your self-paced learning. You have that all to done in a week. The learning duration is 8 months, and you have your 6-month in-class training and your 2-month internship. I'm going to come back to this, tell you a lot more about what you get to learn, but hold that thought. Now, when you've gotten the skill as a business analyst, when you've gotten the skill as a data analyst, what are the roles you can work for? Is it just applying to role as a business analyst or a data analyst and that's it? That is what majority of the people, and I can bet you that a very good number of people on the call, when they go on job boards, they search data analyst, PAM, they search for roles and they go. Business analyst, PAM, they go. But you're doing it the wrong way. And the reason is because as a business analyst, you have loads of opportunity. Let me zoom this in so everybody will see what is on my screen. As a data analyst, applying to just or searching for just data analyst role is limiting. And that is because there's a lot of roles you can function in. You have the business intelligence analyst, you have the marketing analyst, you have the sales analyst, logistics, supply chain, a whole lot of them. And one major thing, one major advantage you will see data analysts have is a data analyst is needed in every economy, every sector of the economy. There is no company, none, that does not need a data analyst. In the health space, they are like the golden germ in the health space because they have a lot of impact in that space. For proficient medicine distribution, for proficient of hospital resources management, for provisions of online study facility and patient booking system, there's a lot of value that they provide in the health space, speaking from experience. And also, when you look at the business analyst, like I said, remember, just like Lovett, their wahala is too much. For the business analyst, these people are the process master. They are always there to be at the center of everything going on and help the organization make their business processes as seamless as possible. So you have the business data analyst, the process master, the process analyst, the business systems, you have the functional analyst, requirement analyst, business process improvement analyst, change management analyst, and even operation analyst. If you look at the tonality of everything I'm saying, you will see that it's always involving getting things done. Fix this, fix that. Exactly. That is who a business analyst is. And you might be wondering, when I said this earlier, I told you I was going to tell you the strategy that will help each and every one of you get a job in this space in 2025. And if you ask me what are the strategy, it's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. And the first thing you want to do is either data analyst or business analyst, you want to really learn. You want to know exactly what these professionals get to do. Then after learning, you want to position yourself because, okay, now, Lovett, you're a fantastic data analyst. You know how to build your dashboard. You're very fantastic in SQL. But how does this skill, how does it transfer? How does it get you a job? That is where positioning comes into play. You will learn how to position yourself, which I'm still going to talk about. You learn how to position yourself strategically to help you land a job. When we're talking about positioning yourself, you will learn how to revamp your CV. Whatever sort of experience you have, you will always be able to tailor your CV to match what you're doing. I mean, tailor, not lie. No, you bring out skill of relevance in everything you've done. Trust me, there's always skill of relevance when it comes to tech. If you're in customer support, you've been working with people's data. If you're in customer support, you've been a business analyst helping the business merge the gap between the business and their customer. You always have skill of relevance. Okay, so you'll be able to bring this skill of relevance into your CV before you apply, before you send your application to any role. Then also LinkedIn optimization. There's a limit to the jobs you can apply to. Optimizing your LinkedIn is going to give you that much opportunity to have recruiters reaching out to you. Then you have your portfolio. Anybody looking to hire you, they want to see the value of that you have. They want to see what value you bring into the organization. They want to see things you've done because the word tech is actually technical. So what technical skill do you have that is valuable to the organization that they are looking to invest in? So you need a portfolio to showcase what you've actually been able to do. Then you also have what we call a mentorship session within analytics, whereby you have a weekly guidance, knowing exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to get it done. Then before you go into any interview, you always have that interview preparations to prepare you for everything you need to do right to further increase the opportunity of landing a job. Then you have a reference letter that you get after you get a job. Then you also have something we call on-the-job support. When you're on the job, you hit a roadblock, you always have the opportunity to double back to analytics, and we'll have a professional that will come on board and help you solve that problem. So this is you positioning yourself. Then the last one is you want to apply, because when you have all the skill and you are not applying to jobs, you are doing it wrong. As a matter of fact, the jobs that you apply to, you have 50% chance of actually getting that job. But jobs do not apply to you, 100% chance of you not getting it if you're looking through CV, if you don't have your LinkedIn optimized. Okay, so you want to really do apply to job. And when you apply to jobs, you don't want to reuse your CV ever. You want to always tailor your CV to roles, to the job description. You always want to do that. And the reason why you're doing that is because of what we call the applicant tracking system. You want to be able to beat the applicant tracking system by tailoring your CV to these jobs, right? And you want to at least send a quality job application. You want to send at least 10 jobs application per day, and also be able to see you tap into the paid and the indie job market, which I'm going to further talk about as the slide progress, okay? And this is a strategy that I've worked over and over and over a lot of time. Looking at the people that have been able to go through the program, Judith, she has a background in human resources back in Nigeria. She came into the UK and she did customer support. She also worked in the care space. And what she did was she went through analytics. She did a business analysis program in March 2024, learned how to position herself, tailoring her CV, join all the mentorship sessions to prepare and learn how to prepare for different types of interviews. Then she applied. she applied to jobs. She applied to different jobs. Then she also tailored her CV. And what she was able to do after getting trained in March 2024, she was able to get herself a job by July 2024 as a business analyst in UK. And this came 4 months just after completing her program. Like I said, always try if you have not filled the form that my colleagues are dropping in the chat box, try to complete that form so that you'll be able to get this slide. So over here where they say watch full video of Judith, you'll be able to get video. Let me hold the socket. Then you also have Ikmat. Ikmat, in her own case, she was a full-time stay-at-home mom. When I mean full-time, I mean she's a full-time stay-at-home mom. When she moved to UK for her master's, she took the data analytics program. And one shocking thing with Ikmat was, immediately she went through the program, even while she was in the program, she was able to get herself a job offer because she didn't really go for the job. And that was because number one, she was still very much occupied. She was taking care of her baby and she was also learning. So she wants to properly be, no, leave me alone. Let me get this first, then I will have you people's time. That is exactly what she did. So she went ahead, finished her program, and she was able to get a job with NHS in UK. And that job came with full sponsorship. Like I said, it's a strategy that I've worked many times. You want to learn, position yourself, you want to apply to jobs, and definitely the job will come. We have loads of people that have been able to do that. Ramat she was a customer support in UK. She took the business analysis program, followed the same process, and she got a job that came with full sponsorship. Also, as a business architect with NHS, and that also came with full sponsorship. So now we are crystal clear on our target roles and how to put everything into consideration and exactly what employers are looking out for. So anybody that is looking to hire you, like I said earlier, they are looking to understand what value do you bring to the organization? What solution have you been able to impact to where you're coming from, the work you've been doing? What solution have you brought to them? And what are the ones you are bringing to us? And the only space where this is going to be, you'll be able to speak about this is, so you can just come and say, oh, so I was working with this particular Brighton company and I was able to do that. No. Where's your evidence? Show proof. Show your evidence. Don't just come and boo us. Show us evidence, and that is what your portfolio and what employers are really looking out for is your skill and your experience. Many people do get this wrong, and that is because this is what we are used to. We are used to learning for the sake of certification. But in the tech space, certification is almost not going to get you anything because anybody and almost everybody can prepare for any sort of certification, prepare for that certification and pass. But passing it, excelling in that certification exam, does not guarantee that they can get the job done. That is why almost all anybody looking to employ you, they want you to show the experience and the skill. And this is exactly what the training be given to, because the training, either in data analysis or business analysis or any of the other programs that we do offer, when you're learning your process mapping, when you're learning your HR process project initiation planning, when you're learning your HR Scrum for projects, you are working on projects. When I casually mentioned that you are working on an application, you do this, you do that, you are working on projects. I'm still going to show you some of the projects that past students were able to do while in the training. Also, as a data analyst, when you are solving an organizational problem, we're looking to uncover what is going on within the organization. There's a spike in their revenue, or there's a downslope trend in their revenue or in the amount of their customers. You are always working on projects. So this is going to serve as an experience for you when you go ahead to apply to jobs. And when you're looking to learn in this space, the learning structure is a blended approach. What I mean by blended approach is you don't have a full-time live classes and you don't have a full-on self-paced. You have a blend of both of them, the self-paced and the live instruction, live classes led by an instructor, top of the world instructor. So a blended of this be able to give you exactly what you need. And that is because if you focus on the self-paced, this is what everybody get to do, and most of the time you will get lost. You find it difficult. You have questions. You don't have anybody to ask. You probably watch a 2 hours video. You watch it for like 2 weeks. It happens. It has happened to me before. It has happened to me. A video that should normally take me 3 weeks took me more than 4 months. And the best part of it, or the worst part of it, is I never get to finish that video up until today because it's just video of watching, and it's tiring. And I believe anybody that have done this before, they will know how exhaustive these things can be. So that is why you have both your self-paced and your live instruction class, whereby you have an instructor come into the class, impact knowledge. During your classes, you have the opportunity to tell your instructor, oh, whatever you just did here, I don't understand. Are you able to repeat it or do it in another way so that I'll be able to understand what is going on? That is the pattern your live classes to follow. And when we're talking about the project that you'll be working on, so I'll show that of a business analyst and what they get to do in that space as a business. So this is a particular portfolio of a student that took the business analysis program with analytics. And if you go onto that particular portfolio, like I said, make sure you go to the chart, click on the link that is saying you should complete the form. If you are just joining on for the first time, fill that form so you'll be able to get access to all these slides that I'm using. You'll be able to come and click on this project yourself to be able to understand this. So this particular project is a Unilever canteen ordering system. This is a project that was done in the class. And if you click on export this project, if you want to see everything that was done. So you have this particular was done by Team LSDLC. It's a analytics capstone project. And if you look at the back, they have the background of the project, what exactly is going on, the current problem of the organization. I won't read everything so that will save us a lot of time. They have their current problem, they have the objectives of what they're looking to achieve. And you as a business analyst, you now start to build up your business case. You build up your business case. These are things you get to learn within the organization, within your training. You build your business case, and by the time you are done building your business case, you look at your stakeholders. Looking at your stakeholders to be able to draw up what we call your stakeholder analysis. To be able to have that breakdown. Then once you're done with that, you also do your risk metric to be able to break down how exactly you want to perform your analysis. Then you're looking at also your SWOT analysis. And by the time you're done with all this, to be able to map out the state as it is, this is where you get to use your draw.io or Lucid Charts to map out the state of everything going on within that canteen ordering system. This is a total time spent to get everything done. And by the time you are done, you are able to create a lot of easy solution to the organization. So this is what you get to learn. This is a particular project. And this is what you get to show in your portfolio. Meaning anybody looking to hire you and they go through portfolio like this, they see this, they ask you questions about this, you are able to tell them confidently that is because you actually did it yourself. All right. So these are the things that will help you build your skill, your knowledge, your confidence to get into interview, answer questions about product. Because when you get into interview, nobody's going to ask you how many times did you practice for a particular certifications. They want to know what have you been able to do. Also, tell us about a time when you're able to help organization streamline their business process, or tell us about a time when you able to run your gap analysis for any organization. This is a gap analysis. So you're able to break down the challenge that the organization is having, the approach that you took, the action that you also took, and the result of those things that you must have done. This is an example of what it means to go through the training and have a portfolio. Or say, okay, now if you're also looking at the data analyst, so let me run through the data analyst portfolio because I think we have a whole lot of them on the call, so they don't come after me. So this is another portfolio of a like I said, like I mentioned earlier, I said the health space, they need tons and tons of data analysts. And this is a ER analysis for a certain hospital. This is also a project that was done in your class. That's something that is done within the class, and you have the ability to post them on your portfolio. So this particular was done using Tableau. Tableau is one of the tools you will learn in class. And if you could see this dashboard, this is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. This is rows and columns converted to different charts that will help the organization have a better understanding of what is going on within this. The total number of patients, they have 9,216. Average age is 45. Average wait time is 35. Now, you see this average wait time. If a business analyst should see this, they'll say, oh, average waiting time for them to get to attend to is 35 minutes. Is that standard? Is that normal standard? If it's a no, a business analyst will actually get into this and map out the process and solve that problem, reducing this average waiting time to having maybe 10 minutes. These are the skills that you will learn within your training and will give you the opportunity to transition and get into the space where AI can never touch you. Okay. And by the time you are done with your training, like I said earlier, you have the total duration of your program is 8 months. You have 6 months in class training and you have 2 months internship. Your 6 months is going to be with analytics, while your 2 month internship is going to be with Amdari. Amdari is a sister company to Analytics, and both companies, they are registered in both UK and in Canada. Okay, so if you need like a UK experience or Canadian experience, both companies are able to have you that, be able to get your reference from them because they are both, Amdari is registered in London, UK, and Analytics is registered in Manchester, UK. Why Amdari is also registered in Edmonton, and Analytics is registered in Edmonton in Canada. All right, so you have that opportunity to get into that space 100%. Now, when you're talking about positioning, which I mentioned earlier, what exactly does it entail? This is where you get to build your employability skill. Like I mentioned earlier, you revamp your CV. We have an in-house professional that will revamp your CV for you to make sure that you're applying to jobs. You are now in the business analysis program. Can I see your previous CV? Yes. So the professional will revamp your CV and build it to now speak as a business analyst. Then what you now do after that, you now have a live session that will teach you how to tailor that CV to every job you're applying to. So if you see yourself applying to 10 jobs, you will learn how to apply to that job with 10 different CV because you must have learned how to tailor one CV to one job, giving you the opportunity to beat the applicant system and actually get your CV in hand of the hiring manager. I'm sure if anybody have been in the tech space and been applying to job, I'm sure there have been a time whereby you apply to a job in the morning and before 12 noon, you've gotten a rejection letter. That is not the hiring manager rejecting you. That is the hiring, the ATS, applicant tracking system, automatically denying your CV entrance. So the hiring manager didn't even see your CV at all. It was that gatekeeper, that bodyguard that nobody sent a message that rejected your application. So to avoid your application being rejected, that is where you learn how to tailor your CV to all these jobs that apply to you. You also have LinkedIn optimization. You have navigating the job market. So you see under navigating the job market, we have some premium job boards that you will normally not have access to them because these job boards, they are premium. You need to pay to them. So what we did was we paid to these job boards, scrape all the jobs that has been posted there, then bring them into your classes. So directly you can go from your class, apply to all these jobs without paying anybody anything. All right. So we have loads of resources under navigating the job market. In some classes, we bring back students that have been able to get a job, like Ramat, like Ikmat. How did they get to do it? We bring them into your classes and they will teach you hands-on what they get to do to help them get this job. All right. Then when you get a job, you also have the opportunity of interview preparations. You have job references when you get a job. Like I mentioned earlier, you have on the job support, you hit a roadblock while on your job, you are able to reach out to us and have a professional get on board with you. Then you have what we call a weekly mentorship session that happens every Thursday. Then the last one on that employability is, so some people are not really keen about getting a job. They just want to get skilled. So they'll be able to offer their services to people on a more freelance level. So what you have is Upwork session, which is also live. You watch that, you come and join that session, and you'll be able to have a professional show you what to feel, what how to set up a profile, your Upwork profile to get into that space. Then the last, which is you want to apply, is like I mentioned, you have premium job boards that we scrape informations, we bring them into your classes, and from your classes, you can directly go into, click on those links, apply to these jobs, and get you your jobs that you really need. Now we have, like I mentioned earlier, we have tons and tons and tons of success story. Tons and tons of success story. Tony, I think we've talked about Ikmat and Ramat. Tony over here, she used to be a pharmacist back in Nigeria. She transitioned she relocated to UK. She did the data analytics program, and she was able to get a job as a benefit analyst with NHS in UK. Definitely came with sponsorship, right? We also have Lois. Lois used to have accounting and procurement background. If you joined the session before I started speaking, there was a video of Lois that was playing where she was talking about every value that she was able to get in the program of the business. So she took the business analysis program. And the surprising thing about that is she took the business analysis program and she was able to get a job as a project manager in UK. And this is because she has project initiation planning and agile and scrum for projects, which I mentioned earlier. Okay, so you are able to see yourself transitioning into different paths without necessarily saying business analyst or data analyst. Ngozi also have customer support experience. Oluwadamilare works with BAM in UK as a data analyst, a sustainability data analyst. Pavel is based in US. He took the data analytics program and was able to get a job as healthcare data analyst in Arizona, US. We have series of success stories. Olugbemi is in Canada as a data analyst. He was also able to get a job as a fraud analyst. He was also speaking before the session started. So we have tons and tons of success stories. Over here, we have, this is in cybersecurity. I'm not really talking about cybersecurity, but if you look at Aditayo here, Aditayo was actually able to get a job even before completing the program. And as intensive as that path is, was able to get a job in cybersecurity 60 to 70% before completion of his program. If you know about cybersecurity, you really know how tedious that industry is. But the program, like I said, it's hands-on, is able to give you hands-on skills into this all these professions, and you're able to see yourself getting a job. So the question now is, how do you start? Everything I've said, how can you take advantage of everything being said and transition? Leave that right side of the economy and transition into the left path. How do you do that? The next cohort, there will be training of professionals that will be training. The next cohort is starting by 5th of July, which is in a few days. So if you're looking to be part of this class, you have a discount that is currently tagged early bird discount. This discount is only available to the early people that are able to register for the program starting by 5th of July, right? So the original price is $900 but that price has been discounted to $750 for the first 20 people to register. And the interesting part again is by the time you are looking to make your payment, you see that $750, you are able to spread that payment in installment and pay in instrumental, meaning the 750 you're able to pay at least $150 every month for 5 months, which is going to make your learning a lot more easy. You pay while you learn. So as you're learning, hoping to transition and as soon as possible, that payment is not going to be a hassle for you. Okay, so these are the things that you're able to get. Like I said, and if you look on, so I'm going to walk you through how you'll be able to make your payments. Like I said, my colleague is going to share the link in the chat box. So if you click on that payment link, it is going to bring you to this Analyst Enrollment Center. So what you want to do is you want to scroll down. If you're if you're looking at, oh, so you want to speak with somebody, you can always click on this chat with analytics and somebody will be there via WhatsApp to answer whatever sort of question that you have. Okay. Now, if you scroll down, like I said, the class is starting by 5th of July. But let's say 5th of July is too close. You have to get some things in order before you start the program. But you don't want to miss out on the discounts because it's limited. What you want to do is you want to also register, but instead of starting in July, you have the opportunity to start by August. And the discount still covers for you for those looking to start in July and in August. Okay, September is not covered, only July and August. So if you're not looking to, if it's not easy for you to start by July, you can easily start by August, still being able to secure payment. Now, what you want to do is you want to scroll down any of the program you're looking to register for. It is here on the Enrollment Center. So if you click on for the business analysis program, so you have the business analysis, then you have the data analysis. So if you click on register for BA, it is going to open in another tab. And one very good thing about it is this particular page is geotagged, meaning wherever you are joining from, you are able to pay directly with the currency of that place. If you are joining from US, you're able to pay using US dollars. If you're joining from Canada, you're able to pay directly using card. Then if you're joining from Nigeria also, you are able to, you're able to pay directly also with Naira. Then what you want to do is, once you come onto this page, one major thing I will explain to you now is, if you see over here, you see we have 12 seats available, meaning that particular discount is only available for the next 12 people to register for the business analysis program. And if you look at the pricing, I told you that the price is $750 US. If you're looking to pay one time, or if you're looking to pay twice, you'll be saving yourself additional $50 US. And that is basically to encourage people, because you agree with me that paying a wholesome amount right now holds more value than spreading it and paying up to 5 times. But then we take that inconvenience, and if that is not going to be comfortable for you, you are still able to break down your payment, pay in 3, 4, or even 5 times. So if you're looking, for the sake of this example, if you're looking to pay 5 times, what you want to do is you want to select the payments plan that works best for you. Is it one time? If it's one time, you select it. Is it 2? Is it 3, 4, or 5? So whichever one that works best for you, you select that. Then you click on secure your seat. So once you click on secure your seat, you'll be able to see the breakdown of how you'll be making your payments. If you make your first payment today, considering today is 25th of June, your next payment is going to be by the 26th of July, then 26th of August, September, then by October, you get to pay your last instrumental. So you want to click on proceed. And while you do that, you want to input your name, you want to input your email address. So you click on this page, you input your name, you click on here, you input your email address. Your phone number is optional. So you want to click on proceed. It is going to confirm if your email is good or not, because a receipt is going to be sent to that email. So you want to make sure you input a valid email address that you have access to. Okay. So you want to confirm if everything is good. Click on everything looks good. Once you do that, you click on pay with your card. So you just get to input your card details and you pay directly from the website. Okay. So once you're done making your payment, you want to do one thing. Once you're done making your payment, a payment receipt has been sent to your email or from your financial institution. You want to take a screenshot of that payment receipt, then come over here, just above the programs. This place where they said upload your receipt here. You want to actually click on that upload your receipt. Follow the process. Is a very straightforward process. You only input your name, the class schedule that is going to be convenient for you. You upload the receipt. This is also where you select if you're looking to start by August or you're looking to start by July, because you've been able to take advantage of the discount. Okay, so you do that, you select that option, then you upload your receipt. Once you do that, you have somebody from the back end that will get to you and provide you everything you need to start the program by July or by August. So try as much as possible not to miss out on the discount. Then, like I said, the program is available for the first 20 people to register. Now, also looking at, so if you have any question, you might want to drop that in the chat box. I'll keep an eye out for the in on the chat, so I'll be able to answer whatever question that you have. Also, Analytics as a company based in Canada, we are part of what we call the Alberta Catalyzer program, which the major reason for joining this program is to bring more value to the Black community, because you see the tech space is pretty robust and we have little to no tech people, Black people in this environment. So that is our challenge. We're trying to bring a lot of Black people of our color into the tech space to help them transition and get their dream job as fast as possible. Then Analytics as a company, after you're done with your training, you'll be given a certificate that is accredited by American Council of Training and Development. Okay, so this is going to be something that you'll be getting after you are done with your training. Okay, so try as much as possible. So try as much as possible to drop whatever question that you have in the chat box. And I think we still have a bit more time. So probably maybe I'll be able to ask you to unmute your mic, ask whatever question that you have. Or if you have... Okay, so Tupiloba said, I have registered for the July cohort. I would like to change my program to business analysis. Please, can you help? So yes, I think what you want to do is you want to reach out to enquiries or anybody you're speaking with within Analytics. You can always reach out to them. Since you're starting by July, you have the ability to switch. Okay, so just reach out to anybody that you can reach out to, or let me send you my email. So I'm going to drop my email in that box. Okay, Analytics. So Tobiloba, I just sent you my email. Just reach out to me, send your details to me, and we'll have you switch to another program, to business analysis. Okay. So please, do you have stories of Nigerians that have gotten remote jobs in UK? We have loads of them. So let me switch to, I think, Abdul Rashid. Yes. I hope I have it on my slide. So me myself, that I'm speaking, I'm a product of Analytics, actually. I transitioned through the data analytics program, and currently, my first job, I got it in UK. If you look at my story, I got that with BBX UK. I got that while I was in Nigeria. Okay, so these are the things that you get access or value to. Okay, so Abdul Rashid is a data scientist. He currently lives in Abuja as a data scientist, and he did the data analytics program, the data science program, and was able to get a job as a data scientist with Child 420. We have loads of them that have been able to get a job. Okay, so thank you. How do I get access to the meeting? Just okay, so Angelina, you want to make sure you fill the attendance form. Make sure you complete the attendance form. That way, we'll be able to have the recorded video and even the slide that I'm using, have that sent to you, to your email, okay? Make sure you complete the form that was shared in the response to your chat, okay? To below button, okay. Okay, I think she responded to you, fantastic. Can you teach us how a day of data is like? So in a day, PS Divine said you want to see a day in the life of a data analyst. So it depends on the organization. Some will start by 9 a.m. and they get to look at everything they've done previous day and whatever emails they have, they go through it. Then probably maybe by 12 noon, they jump into meetings, they work on dashboard, they work on reports, they work on the analysis. and they close for the day. It depends on the company majorly. Some companies are fast-paced that in a day in the life of a data analyst, you probably have been working on 2-3 projects. Not like complete 2-3 projects in a day, but you work on them concurrently. Okay. Okay, so okay, I can't see any questions. If you want to speak, you can use the raise hand icon, and I'll be able to ask you to unmute your mic. You can do that. Just look at the icon. You see the raise hand icon, and I'm able to call you to unmute your mic and ask whatever question that you have. Okay. Trying to see if the person, okay. You can also drop your question in the chat box. I'll be able to see that and answer your questions, okay? Program, like I said, if you're looking to, my colleagues are dropping the link to register in the chat box. So make sure you try to, as much as possible, to secure a spot. And one major advantage that you have is you are able, so in a situation whereby you like to, so everything I've said, you're still a bit to be confusing. You don't really know what to really do. So what you can always do is, just like Toby Loba said, he said he has paid for one program, but he's looking to switch to business analysis. In a situation whereby you're even still confused, you always have the opportunity to book a session where you have professionals, either myself or some of my other colleagues, come into that session, understand your challenges, and be able to give you a better advice on which to do, which not to do. They will look at your experience, things you've been exposed to, things you've done, and things you're comfortable doing. They break it down and give it a better, give a advice on, oh, so this, we believe this is going to be a better option for you. You are able to do all this while you before you join the program, okay? So these are things you're able to take advantage of. All right. The last question is, can you give job? Can you give? All right. So, PS Divine, your question is not clear. Can a job give you a sponsorship to relocate to a different country? So definitely, the jobs that depends on the country you're looking to go to. For you looking to, let's say you're looking to relocate to Canada, so sorry, to UK, you have your skilled worker route, which is something that the data analyst job 100% cover. Like I said, the data analyst jobs covers every part of the economy. You need them everywhere. For also the Canadian route, you have the skilled worker visa, you have the ABATA, the provincial nominee programs in Canada. Then in US also, you have the H-1B visa also, which enables you to be able to get a job that will facilitate the company to offer you sponsorship to come to the country. But all these I'm talking about, they're secondary. The primary is, do you have the skill enough to get an experience to get the company to be able to offer you sponsorship to come to them? These are the things that you need to get in place, which is what I've talked about. Learn, position yourself, apply. This is just a skill. It's just a process. You want to really learn any of the program, which I think you selected data analysis, position yourself to be able to get these companies that will be able to facilitate you relocating, then apply to them. When you do all this, definitely it's going to become a lot more easier for you to get a company to offer sponsorship and get you to relocate that company. So yes, 100%, that is possible. Okay. All right. Do we have any further questions? Do we have questions? So is everybody clear about everything being discussed? The link, something said the link to the attendance for the attendance is not opening. So let me click on this. PS Divine, you're totally welcome. Okay. So Samson, I just click on the link. So you want to complete this link. So you can see that it opened. You just want to fill it. Once you complete the form, you'll be able to we'll be able to have your details and have the video and the recorded video and the slide, or have that sent to you. So the link is working. You just have to click on this link. Okay. The link is working 100%. Okay. Okay, so I think I have all the questions. Let me go back up just in case there's any I missed. I hope I didn't miss any. So Tobiloba, try send email to the email provided by Shay. That's enquiries@analytics.org. Send an email to that email requesting to switch program from business analysis from another one to business analysis. It's straightforward. We'll have that done for you from the back end easily. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to see if I have other questions before we call it a day. Questions? Do we have questions? Do we have anything we're not totally clear about? Okay, I think Lovett, I think I answered that responsibility of a data analyst. I think we've done that. Okay, I don't think I missed any question. Okay, so Ubong is joining the July cohort, so I don't think he has a coordinator yet. Christiana, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll be looking forward to have you join the program. Okay. So thank you for being here. Make sure, so in case you are having confusion about which of the program you want to go for, you are not totally clear. You have 100% opportunity to make your payments and book to see a professional that will look at everything you've done, all your career path, your experience, things you love doing, things you don't like. Some people don't like communication. Some people love technical things. It doesn't really matter that you want to do business analysis or data analysis, even though these are the things we're talking about today. You might have opportunity to become a cybersecurity analyst, just like my colleague, my friend here on the call, Titilayo, or you might want to become a data engineer. Okay, so we deface all these things. We understand what you're comfortable with, and we advise on which path to take. So even if you register now, you still have the opportunity to switch to another program before it starts 100% without any additional cost. Okay, but the most important part is you don't want to miss out on the discounts. And remember, you always have the opportunity to spread your payment. If you're joining from UK, you can pay £1 to £3. That will enable you to join the class when it's starting by 5th of July. If you're joining from Nigeria, the initial cost is 255,000 naira. So immediately you pay 255,000 naira, you'll be able to join the next class starting by July or by August. If you are joining from Canada, you'll be able to pay 220 Canadian dollars. Immediately you pay these 220 Canadian dollars, you are able to join the class and be part of the program. So if we don't have any other further questions, I think we'll call it a night. Thank you for spending your almost 1 hour, 30 minutes with me, staring at my screen, listening to the experience I have to share tonight. Thank you. And I'll be looking forward to see each and every one of you, either in class or in a session where you get to speak to us in a much more personalized manner. All right. So if there's no more questions, thank you for being here. I really do enjoy myself. I believe you also do enjoy your time here. Thank you for being here, and cheers and bye for now. Bye, guys.